Hi everyone, welcome to iCarillo Designs. Yvette here. I hope you guys are doing great. As a design team member for Lindy Stamp Gang, I want to show you a card that I've made for Valentine's Day. And as a Lindy Stamp Gang educator, I always like to push the envelope just a little bit more and a little bit further each time I make something. So with this card, I've used some techniques so that I can grungy this up and make it look pretty cool. So let me show you what I've made. As a design team member, I've taken a lot of my favorite products to build this card, and let me show you what I've done. So this is the card that I've made, and it's a totally masculine card that I've created. I've used a lot of my favorite products, but not only that, I want to show you some of the techniques that I've used to create this. So I have taken just regular cardstock, and I think this is the Tear It Emboss It cardstock, and I've also used some paper from the Prima Printery collection, and this is the 6x6, and I used this leisure paper that's on the back, and I've also used some paper on the inside, and I'll get to that in just a second. So I will have pictures at the end. I wasn't able to grab a video for you, but I have detailed pictures at the end of this video so you can see what I did as far as the process. But let me show you what I've used. So in this case, I've taken chipboard pieces, and this is just an old Sizzix die that I have, and of course the old jalopy is by Tim Holtz, the Alterations line, if I'm not mistaken. So what I've done to this old jalopy is I've taken it and I took the raw chipboard, and what I did was I grabbed a collection of some of my favorite products, and let me show you. To start with, I used a flat Fabio, and this one is in Danny Zuko's denim, and I went ahead and I sprayed my chipboard down and had it just get super saturated with this particular color. I wanted to get an old patinaed look, but I also wanted an effect with this that this car has maybe been, I don't know, junked or just sitting there for ages. And I think I really captured that with this particular card. And let me continue to show you how I did that. Then after I sprayed it with my first color, which was a flat Fabio, and flat Fabios, basically it's just a color that is completely flat, and it just gives you super enormous saturation to your to the surface or the substrate that you're using it on. Then I took my Moon Shadow, and this one is Ethereal Emerald, and it gives a very cool, it's a stain, and then it has two-tone mica in it, and it's just super cool. And what it did was, after I saturated it with the first color, since this does have a walnut ink in it, it just went in there and it absorbed so well, and it just gave me these areas of dark and light, which were super nice. Then I took another Moon Shadow mist, and this one is in 20 turquoise, and I went ahead and I sprayed it down with that as well. Now with this last one that I sprayed, what I did was I took my Twilight Bronze Slate embossing powder, which is a two-tone embossing powder, and I went over it. And since of course the chipboard had already sucked up my Moon Shadows and my flat Fabio in certain areas, it only picked it up in specific areas throughout the vehicle, and it just turned out so beautiful. Then I went back and I wet some of the areas so that I can get this really pretty patinaed old grungy look to the vehicle as well. And there we go. I think the camera is picking that up right there. And it just gave it, like, the paint is chipping off, and it looks so good. I did the same process with the heart as well. But the heart, what I did was I used my Hibiscus Rose flat Fabio, and I completely saturated it as well. And then I took my embossing powder. Give me just one moment. Here we go. And I used candy cane red gold on there. So I added one layer of my candy cane red gold. I went ahead and of course I heat set that. Then I came in certain areas and I used Caesar's gold on that. Then once this was set and I went ahead and heated that, I came back again with my candy cane red gold, and here we go. I think the camera may pick up a little bit of that, but it just looks, it looks very nice, very, very nice in person. The camera is not going to do this complete justice. But like I said, I will have pictures at the end for you on that. Then here for the bumper on the vehicle, going back to the bumper, I was playing around to try to achieve a nice contrast between these two. And what I did is I used my Starburst Color Shot in Opal Sea Oats for that. And what I did is I just went ahead and I dipped it completely in here. And as you can see, it's just a beautiful, beautiful old brown with some really nice mica in there. It's just beautiful coloration that you get in saturation of your paper. And by the way, this paper was completely white, and this is what I've gotten here. On the tires, I just kept the tires super simple. It was just black cardstock, and what I did was I highlighted my Sharpie peel off China marker, and I highlighted the sides of the wheel just to give it that look like they're kind of worn and the sun's hitting against it. So that's what I used there. For my background, like I said earlier, I use my Prima Printery ledger paper, and what I did is I ran it through this Spellbinders Embossabilities folder, which I really love. It gives this really beautiful, beautiful look on the back. And then I distressed that with some Distress Ink and Vintage Photo. Then I took some of my burlap. I have burlap that comes in sheets like this, and then I just cut it down. And on here, I sprayed that with my Grab-A-Guy Gold Starburst spray. And here we go. So I sprayed that down with that. Jute twine. And the jute that I like to use is a natural polished. It's called Natural Polish Hemp, and I really like the look of that. And my little charm right here, it says cherish, and I'm going to put a sentiment here. I just don't want to do that on video right now, but I will put a sentiment. So as you can see, I took a piece of paper from the collection and I added that to the inside. Of course, I went ahead and I distressed the ends of that, and I sprayed it with my Cactus Gold, and it has a really, really nice sheen on that. On the back of the card, I just added my personal stamp that says handmade just for you and my information on it. So this is my project for today. I will have some pictures at the end. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys soon.